until I hear something from Odell, I'm not going to come. I mean, Odell and my relationship is fine, you know? So Odell and Adam's relationship is fine. I don't know what, I mean, I'm sorry I don't think there's any like any gotcha moment here, okay? But I can only tell you what I think and what I've seen from Odell, and what I've seen from Odell is nothing like the reports indicate. So, sorry.
Freddie Kitchens, Browns head coach, talking to reporters on Monday. Report came out on Sunday from Jay Glazer of Fox that Beckham had said to opposing players and coaches, "Come get me." Charles Robinson of Yahoo added some specificity to that, Chris, on Monday by reporting that it was during an October game. They played the 49ers, Seahawks, and Patriots in October, that Beckham said to opposing players, "Come get me," meaning that he was hoping it would happen before the 2019 trade deadline. And you know what? If Freddie Kitchens is telling the truth, why the hell isn't he finding out what's going on? Isn't there enough there to cause you to get Odell Beckham Jr. and say, what's going on? Do we have a problem that we need to solve? Not that they can do anything about it now, but I would at least be curious from Freddie Kitchens if the guy's saying one thing to me and saying something else to opposing players and coaches.
Well, 100%. I think that's, a very valid question that you posed there. Yeah, Freddie Kitchens, John Dorsey especially. I mean, he's the guy that's running the organization right now, so you want to check in with him just to make sure, yeah, are you happy here? Everything going the right way? I know it hasn't been a great year, all those things. Out of those three teams, you said it in October, 49ers, Seahawks, Patriots, who do you think the team is that he might have said that to? Like, if you had a guess.
Well, somebody sent me a link last night. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet because it was during the game. Apparently, there's audio of him saying something like that to Jimmy Garoppolo, the 49ers quarterback.
Wow, okay. Because I would have guessed, and of course we know the 49ers were flirting with Odell Beckham Jr. and the Giants last offseason before the Browns trade happened. As I've said many times, I know the Patriots were interested. I don't think the Seahawks would be the team, so that would cancel them out. I would think the Patriots would be that team. Now, I'll be interested to see what that little audio clip says that was sent to you. But, the Patriots at that time, too, were certainly having wide receiver issues. We know the love that Odell Beckham Jr. has, not only for the Patriots, for Tom Brady, the way they do things there. All I could say is, at this thing, I hope Odell didn't do this or didn't say this. I really don't. It just doesn't look good on him. He's done a lot of things in a good way this year as far as handling himself, not being too crazy, but has had some moments too where it's raised eyebrows and we go like, what the heck? Come on, that's not worth it either. Don't do that. I just think, in Cleveland, there's some support there. There's a future. There's potential. And I'm hoping that he's willing to kind of hang in there and make it work.
Yeah, and I think it's a maturity issue more than anything else.
Right.
I really do. With Odell Beckham Jr., he's an incredible talent. But there's just that lack of self-awareness. There's lack of understanding. It's been there for a few years now. And I don't know that it would work for him in New England. I don't know that he could deal with all of the rules and restrictions and the stripping away of individuality that they expect in New England. And trust me, if you don't show up for OTAs, you're going to have a problem with Bill Belichick. But maybe he needs that. Maybe that's the thing that will mature him. Maybe deep down he wants a taskmaster. Right. He wants to be part, almost like going to boot camp. Like it's going to make him into a more mature, better person over the long haul if he has a high level of discipline being imposed on him from the outside because he's not imposing it on himself from the inside. I mean, I don't want to psychoanalyze him, but I think he's craving that quality of an organization, and he's willing to take whatever is required to get to that level. And I don't think we're going to see him with the Browns next year. Who do you think he plays for Week 1, 2020?
Oh, if you made me choose right now, I'd say the New England Patriots. That'd be the team I would look at, certainly. And to your point,
what if Brady's not there?
I still think I'd pick them. I would. I know that the New England Patriots love the Jarrett Stidham kid. That they think the kid has a bright future. I just think that he would fit in with the offense regardless. It's of course very dynamic in their approach and what they do, and they need that talent boost to where he'd be the go-to guy, and they would formulate the offense around him like they have had when they've had some great receivers, Gronk, Randy Moss, Wes Welker, Julian Edelman, whatever it may be. So it'll be interesting to see. He's still a tremendous talent who's fought through some injury this year and a bunch of weird circumstances there in Cleveland.
And will the Browns double down and try to force it to work next year, or will they realize it's probably in everyone's best interest to go their separate ways?
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.